Alright, I'm gonna do a quick chapter review for Black Clover, chapter 333, titled The World Savior and His Flaw. So, in the first half, it seems like we get a bit of the backstory of Lucius' past. So, Lucius saying to himself that I gave it a lot of thought. Who were we, what we are meant to accomplish. And we see in the panels it says the greatest devil holds potential in the history of our family, an exceptional being born with two souls in one body. We bound a supreme devil, Asaroth of Time Master, to ourselves and attempt to learn the answer. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder what he meant by we, like, because it's he says the greatest devil holds potential in the history of our family. So we can already tell or say that his family is experts at devil binding rituals, just like Knox's family. And he said we bound a supreme devil. I wonder if he meant him and Julius, or was it his family that bound the time devil? I don't know. But either way, that is pretty impressive for them to actually have the time devil at their disposal. Unlike what happened to Knox family when they try to bound whatchamacall, that one devil. I forgot his name, but the one they were trying to bound with the little wristband thing. But yeah, I wonder exactly how is they got the time devil. Like I wonder if he like did he fight back, or did he just like surrendered because he didn't have no motives to really do anything. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting first page. But in the next page, you see Lucius and Julius talking to each other. Lucius saying, "I seen it, Julius. The future, true peace for the world." Julius saying, "Lucius, that isn't." And Lucius responded saying, "Yes, I foresaw that you try to stop me as well. It's a shame. No one ever been closer to me than you, and yet you don't understand." Julius saying, "What do you plan to do, Lucius?" Lucius replying, "It's all right, Julius. I've seen it all. We'll be able to bring peace to the world." So that's pretty neat. So basically, Lucius saying that he saw the peace, he saw how everything's gonna go, saying that everything's gonna be the way it was meant to be and whatnot. And it's pretty interesting for him and Julius having a back-to-back talk about the current situation. But yeah, that is pretty interesting. The two souls in one body. This ain't the first time we've seen it. With William and Patri and and the other soul of the twin. But like it all depends on how Tabata does with it. But also in the panel when Lucius was touching Julius, we see that the markings on their forehead is different. It's like Julius' forehead marking has a sun on it with a open circle, I guess. Not really an open circle, but a circle with a clear, I guess a clear circle. And then Lucius is just a solid black circle. So I wonder exactly what does that mean? What does that represent? On the next page, we go back to the present time with Lucius approaching Asta and group. We see them, looking at Lucius because they don't know if he's a Wizard King or not. Yeah, he looks like Julius, but he doesn't, you know, looks exactly like Julius. And we have Noel saying the Wizard King, and also saying the same thing too. The Wizard King, no, you're not him. You're who are you? And that's pretty crazy. Like this man Lucius really just like popped up right in front of them, like out of nowhere without a care in the world about what they're thinking, because we can tell that this is everyone's first time seeing Lucius. So I don't know exactly like I don't know if they actually seen Lucius or Julius after the incident with Damnatio at all. I guess this man really just been doing his own thing, and people just been assuming that he was just in disguise, just doing stuff. And then we see Lucius Time Grimoire opens up and Lee reacts. During then, Lucius activated a huge time spear to slow everything down within the area, which is Lily, Mimosa, even some birds. Then Lucius was about to touch Asta in the forehead, possibly ending him. Then Asta breaks out, thanks to lead because of the anti magic. So Lucius saying, so this is anti magic, the power that flies in the face of natural law. And also realizing, saying that time stopped for everybody but us, saying that that's the Wizard King magic, but this spell is huge. Lucius saying, because I absorbed Lucifero, yes. Oh, okay. So the reason why his time magic was boosted because of Lucifero's heart. Okay. I'm assuming that he also had Lucifero magic too. But we'll see. But also saying this key is his, is Lucifero's. Him saying, what is this? You're Julius, but you're not. You're human, but you're not. Who are you? What have you done to the Wizard King? So, Asaki is like detecting many things. He's detecting that you kind of you kind of feel like Julius, but you're not. You feel like that you're human, but you're also not. It's like his key is going haywire with all the detecting. And Lucius responding saying, "I'm Lucius Sagradas, savior of the world. Julius is dead." Asa saying the Wizard King is dead. We all know how Asa's first reaction went when he saw Pachi kill the Wizard King. And then Lucius saying he completed his mission in the service of our ideal for the sake of true peace, a peace without sadness or hatred, war or discrimination. Also replying saying true peace. And we see Lucius standing on top of the rail, and then the rail just like it just like pop off from the entire setting, and it just starts floating. So I guess that's a insinuation that he's using gravity magic. And then we see Lucius saying, "We'll repair all humans. My siblings and I will destroy them, then use our magic to recreate them. We'll make them to fortunate people who are equal in every aspect. Then, to prevent any further mistakes, I will rule over everything as the final Wizard King." I kind of like that because, like, we getting his, we getting the monologuing, but we getting, his reasoning, his reason why he wants to, because he wants to make a just and absolute world. And Julius was a part of that help, even if it wasn't his Julius' intention. But Lucius used Julius, to see how the world is and what mistakes he needs to correct. And so he finally figured that out. And now he's gonna put his plan in motion to kill everybody, restart them as clean slates to make them all equal with undying bodies. And I'm assuming also with the you know the exact same amount of magical power. So there'll be no prejudice, there'll be no conflict, and there'll be someone governing them the entire time, which would be Lucius. I mean, me personally, I think that's a pretty good villain motive. I mean, only evil thing I can see behind it is him killing everybody. But I mean, he said he's gonna bring him back. So, and he also said my siblings and I. So I don't know if the Dark Triad gonna come back or not. That would be cool because I do like Xenon. I want to see some more Xenon screen time. But I'm thinking he might have just taken their magic. But we'll see in the future chapters. Asa replying to Lucius saying, "What are you talking about?" Lucius saying, "It's fine. Everything is as I foresaw it except for one thing. You." Yep, that's Asta, the boy with no magic who wills anti-magic. Lucius continues saying, "By rights, no living being should ever be born without magic. You are the world's flaw. For the sake of a just future, flaws must be eliminated." So, what this tells me is that Julius has no idea at all what Asa origin is. So the only people who knows Asa origin will be Asa's mom, Lasita, and Asa's dad. So I hope we do get a reveal exactly who Asa's dad was. So then, we can finally put the piece together as to why Asa is what he is. So then, Asa just thinking to himself, saying, oh yeah, Sure, I see. Then he just started yelling at Lucius saying, "Who the heck are you calling a fly, you jerk?" In other words, you're a bad guy who hijacked the Wizard King's body. Destroy all humans. Don't be ridiculous. The Wizard King put his life on the line to save everybody. That's the Wizard King I look up to. Everyone did. And also, there's no way he died that easily, so I'm gonna stop you and save him. Of course, that's also typical reaction. Also really doesn't he really doesn't get like angry. He just just shouts with confidence and whatnot, defying whatever's reasoning behind they got. So I like that. Lucius smiling, saying, "I'm stronger than Julius." And Asa taking off his sleeve, pulling out the demon destroyer sword, saying, "In that case," and we see with the demon destroyer, he dispelled Lucius' time magic that he had in that area. So everything started moving back in motion, and we see Asa and Devil Union saying right here, right now, I'll surpass the Wizard King. So Asa is dual wielding right now with the demon slasher katana and the demon destroyer sword. So I can't wait for the next chapter. From what I was told, the Shonen jumps on me on a break for next week, so you won't get nothing till the week after next. But I can't wait to see what happens. Probably gonna be a crazy fight. Either gonna be a crazy fight, or it's gonna shift to and the other Black Bulls. But yeah, that was a pretty okay chapter. I like how they dive into a little bit of Lucius back Lucius past. His reasoning for doing what he wants and how he wanted to do it. So I like that. That was a pretty good story. Seems as right now Lucius is looking to be a pretty good villain. I hope he stays that way. Hopefully he doesn't be done dirty like Lucifero. So yeah, I got my hopes up for that. But one more thing, I see that his forehead marking. It seemed like the little legs are back. So I don't know if that's a drawing error or if that just foreshadows something. But yeah, it was a pretty good chapter. That's pretty much it.